Alright, y'all, so I just landed in New York, and let me tell y'all what is going out. That was my arm. I need calcium and vitamin D because then calcium is rendered useless. Holy calcifero. Anyways, let me explain what's going on. So I'm gonna be in New York for 8 days because I was invited to the first ever Youth Climate Summit at the United Nations headquarters in New York, New York. I know, I was shocked too. I'm not perfect and I don't know everything in the world, but that's the exact reason why they said they wanted me to be part of it, because they want everyone to be involved at all levels at where they are. They don't want perfect people. They want people who are trying. And I'm just so freaking, I'm just so honored and touched and like grateful, you know what I say? Like what? Like little old me? I'm gonna be hosting the Youth Take the Mic session with Yusuf Amar. I'm really, really nervous. I have never hosted anything in my life ever before. So my first hosting gig is gonna be at the United Nations. No pressure, right? So I'm just gonna have fun with it and give it my best shot. Also, I got an outfit customized for the event. Let me show you. So it's this shirt that says there is no planet B, and the pants that say act now, and the back also says act now. I actually designed it myself, but I worked with a local artist in Portland, Oregon, and he brought my vision to life. So thank you so much, Vince from Couture Airbrush. You're amazing. Okay. Can you hold on, please?
Sorry.
Bro, I'm trying to record.
I'm sorry. No, show this to them.
No, they watch our videos. Anyways, so I'm gonna settle in, wake up tomorrow at 6:30 a.m. and I'll see you tomorrow at the United Nations. Or should I say the United Nations. So we woke up early in the morning feeling like P. Diddy at 6:30 a.m. and we headed over to the United Nations headquarters. One thing we noticed is that there was a lot of people there, but there was also another small detail that we noticed.
Bro, everybody has suits.
Well, this is my suit. After 3 measures of security, I was inside of the United Nations filled with important people, and then there was me. You're at the UN. How did I get in here? I snuck into the UN. Actually, I'm not even gonna say that out loud. There's gonna be like a laser that appears on my forehead out of nowhere. On our way to the auditorium, we had to go through another measure of security. Yusuf and I took advantage of that time to practice our script. Yusuf is like super amazing, talented, and experienced, and I'm totally not any of those things. So I was very, very nervous, but he told me just to have fun with it, and I wouldn't be nervous, which is really good advice. Literally another security guard just came up to us asking our identification. Bro, oh my god, I'm sweating. This is the room. Oh my gosh. It's so important. It looks like in the movies when they're like trying to like decide what to do for the world, to save the world, you know? Oh gosh. Oh wait, that's actually what we're doing. Oh gosh. And alas, after the many measures of security, we were inside of the auditorium. And it was at this moment that I realized, oh my gosh, this is actually happening. And then my butt started sweating, and it was intense, y'all. This is so cool. It's just like the movies. The little screens, look. Austria? That's so cool. We have Panama.
This is my favorite country, Penny. Reserved.
The reserve country?
Yeah.
That's true.
I've always wanted to visit it. It's great this time of the year.
Yeah, it is. The weather's amazing. Okay, so everything's gonna start in like 2 minutes. Yusuf and I spent a whole bunch of time prepping. I'm so freaking nervous, y'all. I gotta go, and I'm so excited and I'm sweating.
Please welcome Greta Thunberg.
I've been invited to speak in the General Assembly on Monday, so I will give the others more time to speak now and just wish you a very good day.
Hi, my name is Bruno Rodriguez. I'm 19 years old and I am from Argentina.
My generation has a huge responsibility. It is your generation that must make us be accountable to make sure that we don't betray the future of humankind. Thank you very much.
Before I even knew it, it was me and Yusuf's turn to go on stage, and I was so freaking nervous, but I just tried to stay calm and have fun.
Please welcome the founder of #OurStories, Yusuf Omar, and YouTube influencer Penny Tovar.
My name is Yusuf Omar. I am the co-founder of #OurStories.
My name is Penny Tovar, and you'll remember because I'm small and brown like a pig. I am a registered nurse, so Yusuf, please stop showing me your weird rush. I'm off duty right now. I'm a content creator on Instagram and YouTube, and I advocate for vegan, cruelty-free, and ethical beauty and fashion. I know you've heard a lot about a lot of people, but this is not about us. This is about you, the youth. We want to hear from you in this room, right here, right now, and online.
I was raised in Australia. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie!
Oi, oi, oi! And my parents are from Mexico, so Latino America.
Antarctica in the house? No? Next time.
So the point of the session was to ask 3 questions and then pass the mic to participants to hear what they had to say in response to the questions.
Show hands, show hands.
Show some hands. All right, right in the front. Easy.
Seeing the 300,000 people take the street yesterday in New York City and the 4 million around the world, that's inspiring, and that's how I know that change will happen.
Yusuf and I were literally running all over the place on the floor of the United Nations, just handing the mic around the room to hear everybody's responses. And it was so inspiring to hear all of the amazing companies, organizations, and events that people created in their schools and communities. I didn't put all of the footage here because then the video would literally be over an hour long. So if you're interested in seeing the whole event, I'll leave the link down below in the description box so you can check it out.
Our session is over, unfortunately, but the conversation is not. So please keep using your platform, keep using your voices, and keep speaking out.
After the session, I did a couple of interviews, which was really cool. And I also attended in a session that was hosted by Nike called Circularity in Fashion. And they were taking suggestions from us on how to be more sustainable in the fashion industry. We discussed transparency in factories and better alternatives to plastic.
Also, transparency with factories. We're really interested in knowing who the heroes are making our products.
Yeah. So for plastic, a really good alternative, there's a company called Lush. And instead of plastic, it's a beauty company, not fashion, but instead of plastic packaging, they use cellulose to make cellophane, which is a biodegradable plastic alternative. And then I was on a panel where we talked about how we can inspire change in a positive way by inspiring people, not in a negative way, bashing other people and making them feel guilty.
Where it's become this guilt-driven movement, right? And we don't need to be making people feel guilty anymore. Like, that's not going to inspire action. Mm-hmm. It's about inspiration and infusing it into your lifestyle, that it becomes secondhand, where people are like, oh yeah, I could do that. It's easy, nothing complicated.
Mm-hmm. It makes the topic more approachable, and it doesn't alienate people. Make it fun, and then put in those little seeds into people that make them question, like, oh, why do you do that? And then let's start a conversation with them, and then message me. They're like, oh, you helped me become aware of like the stuff that I use. So thank you for that.
And before I knew it, I was at the United Nations for 13 hours just doing panels and interviews and meeting so many amazing people. And it is definitely an experience that I will never forget.
So that wraps up day 1 of the very first ever UN Climate Summit. It was an honor. It was an honor.
Alrighty, so that was insane. So much happened. The session went really well. That was my first time hosting anything in my life. I was so nervous, but it actually came out a lot better than I expected. I gave it my best. A lot of people came up to me saying that, oh, you did such a good job. Your session was so energetic and full of life, which is great because that's exactly what I always want to deliver. I'm really glad it was received well. I tried my best. So honored to be given this opportunity. Now I want to go to sleep. So I will see you tomorrow. Also, y'all, I want to talk about something that I'm proud of, okay? The pink undersleeves that I was wearing, bro, they're pantyhose. I literally cut a hole in the crotch and like gave birth to myself and like propelled my head 4 through the birth canal. So created for my head, and then the legs were my arms, and then I just cut off the fingers, and I just created a mesh top, y'all. I got it from Goodwill. It's Halloween time right now, so they had a bunch of tights. Don't worry, they're not used, but they were thrifted from Goodwill, and I'm gonna go and pick up a bunch of different colors so I can make myself some mesh tops. So that's a life hack for you. Also, I wanted to share with you guys my low waste oral hygiene. I have been using this refillable vegan floss for the past few months, and I freaking love it. And it comes in a glass vial. And then of course I have my bamboo toothbrush, and then these toothpaste tabs. They're from Lush. You just chow down and brush your teeth with them, and it's also 100% recyclable. I just want to thank the United Nations for allowing me to be part of this amazing opportunity. Y'all, I am not perfect. I don't know everything, and I can't do everything. But the last thing we need right now is to point fingers at one another and tear each other down. Pointing fingers and making each other feel guilty gets us nowhere, creates division, and creates stigma against the movement. All it does is alienate people. We need to come together, support one another, and appreciate each other's efforts. We don't need everyone to be perfect. We need everyone to try. So as a final note, I just wanted to share 6 little things that we can all do right now. Use less water because it reserves resources. Eat all the food on your plate because then none of the scraps have to go to landfill. Reuse and refill containers as much as you can. Recycle your damaged clothes instead of throwing it away. Clean and dry your recyclable items before recycling them because they will not be recycled if they're dirty. Animal agriculture is incredibly resource intensive, so try plant-based. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be doing everything. We don't need perfect people. We need people who are trying. Thank you so much to everyone who supports me and gives me these amazing opportunities. I'm so grateful. Thank you for watching, y'all, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.